the Day Show. It's another exciting week, and we are back to keep your weekend entertained. Well, excited, entertained. Whichever way, we're still here, and we're making sure that all our guests give you some dose of inspiration and, of course, keep you going. And this week is no different. Are you ready for some fitness? Some fitness. Today I'm going to lift metal. Are you ready for me? Yes. I will show you that I'm strong. But you know what? Our guests will even show us why it is so important, even as women, to stay fit. And later, we have Queen Taya also joining us today. But before all of that, my name is Bella Mundi. A big thank you to our female GH for our furniture. You can find them along the Spintex Road, just close to Manette's Junction. And also big thank you going out, of course, to Beauvais Styling for my outfit for today. Charlie, your tie's on fire, man. And we're going to get a lot more of that when we get into the show proper. But welcome back to the Day Show. We're continuing at this point. It's time now for the BU question of the day. Who's ready for that? Who's asking a question today? Oh, there you are. Come forward, sweetie. Come forward. Right there is fine. Okay, what's your name?
Josephine.
Josephine, what's your question?
My question is, what do I do as a young orphan staying with my aunt who doesn't have the means to support my education? And I meet a man who is willing to provide me anything, including my education, afterwards gets married to me. But I'm scared of the consequences.
What do you think the consequences would be?
Maybe I might not fall in love with him. I might meet somebody higher than his standard.
Higher than his standard?
Yes.
What is his standard?
The man is a driver.
Is this a personal thing or you're asking on behalf of someone?
On behalf of someone.
On behalf of someone. So what level has the person gotten to now? Is it SHS?
Yes.
SHS. She needs help. And this man is promising her
everything.
Love. But she doesn't think that his standard is high enough. Then she shouldn't take the help. Because whether she likes it or not, once she has established that his standard is not what she's looking for, she will definitely leave him at a point and he will not forgive her. Do you get it? I mean, there shouldn't be a caveat, but he loves the girl and probably wants to help her develop. That money, he could use it to go to school himself. But he's sacrificing for another girl, only for her to think that his standard is not where she wants to get to. She shouldn't take that help. She has to find another way. I mean, yes, her auntie may not have money, but can she start selling things here and there, small, so that she can also start gathering money? It's never too late to go to school. She should see if she can find a job somewhere, anywhere, and start with that. And eventually, when she's saved enough, she should be fine to go back to school. Yeah? All right. Thank you so much. And I'll say that to every young person out there. I mean, don't wait for someone to help you before you help yourself. If you can find a job somewhere, sales girl, anything. There are people who have done it and have gone to school through that. You should be able to find a way, especially if you know in your heart that you're not going to be able to reciprocate the love that someone is giving you, which is why they are helping you. So always beware of that. This is the Day Show. We have the Queen of the North joining us shortly. Now, she started off taking part in some other pageants, and then after that, she decided to take part in Ghana's Most Beautiful. And not only did she win the hearts of people in the North, but everyone in this country's heart. You voted, I voted, they voted, and well, she emerged queen. And today, she tells us all about her journey. Are you ready for Queen Taya? Hi, darling. Hello, Queen of the North. You look stunning. Have a seat.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Day Show.
Thank you.
You look lovely, I must say. But first of all, I want to understand, because you've had this title, Queen of the North, even before taking part in Ghana's Most Beautiful. And I'm sure you took part in other competitions as well.
That's true.
Tell us about that journey before eventually winning Ghana's Most Beautiful.
Right. So I'd like to appreciate TV3 again for this opportunity. It's always really amazing to be on the best television station in the whole of the country. And thank you all for supporting me all through the competition and supporting my cause. So before Ghana's Most Beautiful, I had contested few pageants, including Miss Intercontinental Ghana in 2019, where I represented Ghana in Egypt, contesting with over 70 different countries. Then in 2020, yes, I tried Miss Ghana, and I really just loved watching Miss World. And you know, you had to win Miss Ghana to contest Miss World.
Exactly.
And I tried Miss Ghana, but I only made it to the top 5 finale. So I never really won. I didn't place. And then one day I'm going through social media and I see this flyer that says Queen of the North. auditions. They're calling out for auditions, and the title Queen of the North was just so soothing to me. Reason being that a lot of times I got people saying, "Are you really a Northerner? You don't look like a Northerner. You don't."
That's what they say?
Yes.
And I'm wondering, like one. A very beautiful one at that.
And I'm wondering how we are supposed to look. So I wanted to own the title Queen of the North.
Yeah.
And then I contested for Queen of the North, and glory be to God, I won. And this was in 2021. Yeah, so before Ghana's Most Beautiful, these were the pageants that I had taken part in. Won some, learned from
the others.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people, at the time when you said, I'm going for Ghana's Most Beautiful, you would have friends who say, again?
Yes, of course.
How many pageants do you want to do in this world?
Of course. But you see, for Ghana's Most Beautiful, funny enough, it wasn't an again one.
Okay.
Because I had people calling me, texting me, and encouraging me to contest for Ghana's Most Beautiful.
Okay.
A reason being that I didn't feel very prepared for the most prestigious pageants in the country, the biggest pageants in the country. The only pageants where you have a lot of ministers, MPs, traditional leaders.
Yeah.
It's an emotional one.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was just too big for me, and I wasn't ready for it.
So it's not as if you decided to go?
No.
People encouraged you?
No. So people encouraged me. It was a dream of mine.
Okay.
But I never felt I was ready for it.
Huh.
So people encouraged me. Inclusive is Engracia.
Oh,
Miss Universe Ghana. Yeah,
she pushed
she's a
you?
friend. Yeah, she actually told me that last year that, Taya, if you don't buy forms, I'll buy forms for you.
You're kidding.
Exactly. So I got a lot of such, encouragements from family and friends. And myself, I've loved Ghana's Most Beautiful. I've admired it. I just didn't feel enough for it.
Yeah, you are with a crown on your head. How heavy is it? Is it heavy?
It's really heavy.
It's beautiful. And it matches your outfit. Did you look at the stone in there? You're like, you know what? Let me match it. But throughout the competition, and I know we've talked about this over and over, there were days that were difficult, there were days that were fun.
Yeah.
But on that night when you were crowned queen, how long did it take you before you finally accepted that I've actually won Ghana's Most Beautiful?
It took me more than a month.
What?
Yes.
A whole month?
It took me more than a month to come to the realization that I actually won Ghana's Most Beautiful.
Yeah.
It took me more than a month. And when I remembered, it was around 12 a.m. somewhere in Accra, in my little corner on my bed.
Yeah.
And I was just calling and texting few people. Like, I could just call you and I'll be crying. Like, you helped me, thank you. This.
A whole month
I can't
after?
believe, yeah. It took that long. Wow. Because, right after the competition, there's a whole lot going on. So you're still very busy. You're going here, you're doing this, you're doing that. So when I had time, for myself, I was alone by myself. And then I realized that the crown was with me. It's not like it's with TV3, and when I want it, they give it's with me.
Yeah.
And this is the Ghana's Most Beautiful crown. I wept that night. I wept that night. I wept because...
But were you also weeping because you knew that, Charlie, this crown comes with a lot of responsibility? So it's not as if I'm going to walk around looking all pretty.
Yes,
But I have a whole year to transform the lives of people.
Right. Which is something that I was even doing before coming for the auditions for Ghana's Most Beautiful.
Okay, tell us.
So in the year 2018, I met one lady at Ashaman, a Kayayo lady, and that experience just changed me. I wanted to do something about the narrative.
What happened?
So she had carried this heavy load. At the end of the day, sort of expecting some 10 cedis or more, and then the madam gave her 2 cedis.
Oh.
And she had a baby that hadn't eaten. So she was expecting that from that money she would feed her daughter, and this was her experience. So I walked to her and spoke her local dialect, the Dagbani, and asked her why she was devastated, and she explained her ordeal to me. And instead of buying the food stuff I went to buy for the house, I just gave her the money. Yeah, and I went home.
How much were you holding it? How much did you give
It was definitely more than 200 cedis.
You gave everything to her?
Yes, I gave it to her. And when I went home and I explained to my dad, he didn't see why she didn't even give her the money.
Oh, he wasn't obsessed with you?
He wasn't upset. In fact, the next day, we went to look for her, but we never found her. It's like they never really, at a particular place, I don't know, but we never found her.
Okay.
And since then, I had tried in my own way to help to reduce the rate of it. I know that as an individual, I really cannot eradicate it, but I'll have this fulfillment and I'll be at peace that I also tried to reduce the rate of it. So since then, I've tried women in the north because I believe that preventing them from coming is better than trying to get them out of the markets already, because it's very difficult.
Yeah.
At the point where they have come already, they're exposed to so many things. It becomes so difficult to succumb to certain things. They want their freedom. And the young girls back at home, when their friends come from Kayayu and they come with the latest, you know, costumes and all of those things, they tell them stories that make them want to come there.
What's the real reason? Because I don't know if this is a misconception. Apparently, there are a lot of women who pay. It's the women who pay for their weddings in the north. And so a lot of them have to travel down south to work to make the money so they can go and marry the men. Is that really true? And is that the reason why they come?
No, it's not true at all. It's impossible for a northern lady to marry a man. No.
Is she the one who funds
not at
the
all.
ceremony?
Not at all. It's just that, I don't know, I'm not so good with chi, but I hear people say, at all plates, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you need some, as a woman,
yeah,
you need some utensils, you need some, you know, those household tools and equipment that you would need to make your home a comfortable one. So yes, the man will bring the dowry, if it has to be kettle, if it has to be kola nuts and all of those things. But then you also want to make your home a comfortable place for you, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't have the money, what do? Carrying loads in the north, it seems to be a normal thing. So imagine if you have no idea about the consequences that come with it.
Yeah.
And then someone is telling you that you carry loads and then you get paid. You feel like, but this is so easy, I do it at home. So they come down without knowing the negatives that they're coming to face.
Yeah.
They come with just the idea of coming to carry load and make money. And then they arrive here and they realize that, oh, I'm not home. Even a place to sleep becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Then they are exposed to so many social vices like the rape and the prostitutions, armed robbery, all the negatives. And to top it all, unfortunately, just in case there's a disease outbreak, they are more prone to it.
Yeah.
Take COVID, for instance. We all heard and saw in news where they're trying to smuggle themselves, let me say, back to their homes, you know. It was a lockdown and we were all asked to stay in our homes. Now the question, you don't even have homes. So where were they? And when you think about that and you are an emotional person and then you actually are from the north, you can't be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
You definitely can't be comfortable with it. So with all of this going on, the causes could be the marriage, and it could be also the fact that our main economic activity is farming. Yeah. So after farming, harvesting, and selling of your produce, what next? Farming is seasonal. It's a cyclical thing. So if it's not a season, what do? If you have nothing to do, that is when you're going to have the ideas, okay, I'm going to do this and make some money. But when you have some vocational skill, that will keep you busy and get you to fetch some income here and there that would help you take care of yourself and your immediate family, then I don't think you even have that idea of coming to go through what they are going through.
So what's your campaign exactly? What are you doing for these women?
So we are sensitizing the women in the north to the dangers involved in the Kayayu in the first place. And then after doing that, we don't decide what you want to do for you. So I could ask you, Azara, so these are the consequences. This is what they don't tell you. And we will show you some pictures. So looking at this, what do you think? What do you think you can do to help yourself? Oh, Madam Taya, I wish I would learn how to sew. If I know how to sew, it will keep me busy. I'll be able to make money out of it. And we have others saying, okay, I want to be a painter. I want to learn how to, you know, masonry. We have women now venturing into the male-dominated. So that is what actually I've been doing since 2019. So this isn't like a new thing for me. Yes, it's just passion. I just want to be able to also reduce the rate of Kayayu, feel like I contributed to this cause.
How many women do you have under your institution, if I could say?
Okay, so this year, my flagship project is the Kaya Lahakani project, which literally...
Kaya Lahakani?
Yes.
What does that mean?
No more Kaya, you're in Dagbani.
Oh,
Yes.
Kaya Lahakani.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so far, we have 85 women under us. Yes.
Wow. And they're all learning different trades.
Different trades.
So from sewing to masonry?
To masonry, to hairdressing, to smoke weaving, to liquid soap making, a lot.
How are you funding this? Because this is going to be expensive.
It is expensive, but you see, people in the North have known me to be someone who wants to impact. And they've seen me since 2019. And they know that I'm hungry to change the narrative.
Yeah.
So I write proposals to individuals and then to companies. And honestly, so far, I've had support from individuals.
More than the companies?
Yes. Mostly these are people that are also very emotional about the situation. And then they want to help you. It's an expensive one, but it has to be done anyways.
Yeah.
So we are pushing.
So if anybody's watching now and they're thinking, what can I do to help Taya at the moment? If I probably have some equipment, what exactly would you be asking for?
I'd be asking for some sewing machines, some hair dryers. I'll be asking for equipment and tools that you need for liquid soap making.
Okay.
And if you, just send us the money.
As well?
Tungtea Dahamani Foundation. I have an email. You can contact or reach us on the Tungtea Dahamani Foundation at gmail.com, and then we'll attend to you, and then we'll guide you on how to support us.
How has this impacted your life? Winning Ghana's Beautiful, your experiences with Akaye, running this campaign, what has changed about you as a result of these experiences?
What has changed about me is the fact that now I feel or understand that people are looking up to me. So I can't be anyhow, like I have to always check myself and remember that I'm not just an individual anymore. I'm a whole lot of people. People are trying to live their lives through me, actually. Yeah. So it has changed me. It's made me a better person. It's made me, I'm not selfish. I think about others before I do what I'm going to do, or my next move. I need to think about others before I make the next move. And that has changed a lot about me.
If you had to do something differently during your time in the competition, what would it be? If you had to do something different? There's nothing that I would want to do differently.
No? No.
You don't think that there were some mistakes you made, some utterances you made that you wish you would have taken back?
No.
No?
No.
But there's so many young women, and of course young men who are also inspired by you, but they seem lost. And sometimes you see it on social media with the things that people post. You can tell that they're not being themselves.
Right.
They're trying to copy the other people that they are seeing on social media. What would you say to them to encourage them to find their purpose in life and live by it?
As individuals, we definitely know our pros and our cons. You know our SWOTs. And sometimes, if you're not lucky, you definitely get swayed by the wind.
Yeah.
And I just want to encourage every young person to be you, because I feel like it's the best way to enjoy life, it's the best way to live. I feel like trying to imitate or copy people when you're not like that is hard work. It's a lot of hard work, and it's so uncomfortable, and there's no fulfillment in it.
But that brings acceptance to some extent for a lot of people.
I think that for you to even be accepted, you have to accept yourself first. If you're not able to accept yourself first, it's even going to be difficult for others to accept you.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I walk into a room and then I get the tenny, you know,
yeah. That's
comments.
what they say to you?
Oh yeah, before GMB, a lot of that, you know. I went to Phantom Girls, and that was where the Kayayo idea even came. Because first weekend in Phantom Girls, and then somebody's asking me if we have story buildings in the north. Yeah, not for the more story buildings or north.
That's what she
said. I was so mad at her, I was so pissed. But I had to understand it at a point, because I realized that, okay, she hadn't traveled out of Accra, out of her region. And then sometimes, a lot of the times, the stories you would see on TV, even about the North, were really rural areas and just problems, which actually isn't. And so I didn't blame her, because the only Northness that she had access to or saw were the ones that she saw in the markets, and they look some way. We all know that. So that is the impression or the pictorial view that she had about Northness in the North. So when I understood that it wasn't entirely her fault, I thought, okay, if these are the people that are exposed to her, that's just an individual. What about the thousands that think like that? So let's try to change the narrative. Let's try to do something about it so they can know that, no, we are more than what they think we are.
And by doing that, you had to be yourself and showcase.
I've always been myself. Reason why I couldn't wait to have the title Queen of the North. Yes.
Okay.
Reason why I couldn't wait to have that title.
I see.
Yes. So just be yourself, really, so that you can have some self-fulfillment. Because I feel like people who try to imitate others just for acceptance go through a lot emotionally. And that isn't worth it.
Just be yourself, be you. That's very important. And who's taking over from Taya this year? GMB? Any GMB queen here? So queen of what? Accra? Or queen of where? Western, queen of Eastern. Central. Anyway, well, all the best to you, and please make sure you write your speech for the Deba before you go on audition. You know, okay? Thank you
but
so
then
much.
Actually, Bella, the speech for the Deba came when I felt I was prepared.
So prepare. You're on it, eh? You're writing your speech. That's your first appearance on TV, that first show.
Yes.
You need to know what you're talking about.
True. I agree.
So you can take over from Queen Taya. But thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you the best.
Thank you
the crown
so
suits
much.
you.
Thank you.
It really suits you. Anyway, on that note, Taya, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Hey, you both want to be queens, eh? One person should come and hug you because we are transferring the... I said one. That means if you came for auditions, it means you are filled. Hey, wow. I see. Thank you so much, Taya.
Thank you so much.
You can definitely take your leave.
Thank you.
Well, put your hands together for her. We have another guest coming up on the Day Show, and right here we tell real stories just to inspire you as well. So don't go anywhere. It's a party up here, and we're about to take it a notch higher. Like I said, we're talking about bodybuilding today and why it is important for women to also stay fit. But what would make them go the extra mile in building their body to that stature? Well, let's have that conversation now. Are you ready? Yeah! Okay, so my first guest today is a certified personal trainer. She's a fitness model, fitness enthusiast. She's a female bodybuilding athlete. And she won her first international competition in South Africa and finished with a second placement in a category. In fact, she won the IFBB Pro Card overall figure champ at the MPC Worldwide African Pro Qualifier in South Africa. Make some noise for Mary Nyako Omale. Of course, we all call her Mary Got Fit. Well, she's not the only one who's joining us today. So the first ever Ghana's Strongest Woman 2022 happened, and we had Doris Nete emerge winner. Put your hands together for her. Okay. Did you ever watch Ghana's Strongest Woman? Yeah. So you saw when she pulled the track? Did you see it? Oh, you didn't see? Should we bring a track here for her to do it again? Congratulations on winning.
Thank
How
you.
you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Welcome, by the way. Mary Goffey, we've been looking for you for forever, literally. But apparently you were traveling around and also doing a lot of work on the side. Yes. I saw some pictures of you. I couldn't believe my eyes. What? You are fit. First of all, how did fitness start for you, Mary?
It started way back after secondary school. I was underweight, very slim, and I wanted to put on some size. I want to gain weight a little bit. So yeah, that was how I entered the gym and I started working out.
From a place of not having any weight at all to now becoming...
I think I was around 48 or 49 kg.
Hey.
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty low.
Yes.
So were people mocking you for being too skinny?
No, back then, no.
No?
And I already had an athletic body, so I was hating my body like how I looked. I hated it, not realizing that it was a trophy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you built yourself over time. But I mean, to get the muscles and everything, you know, people would say that as a woman, it's okay if you are staying fit. You at least get the hips and the butt in place, and that should be enough. But you went the extra mile to become more like a bodybuilder.
Yes.
Where people are not looking at you like, hey, who is this macho woman coming?
Yeah, I get that a lot when
Okay.
I'm working in town. People on social media, they come, Berima and all those stuff. But it didn't really stop me. It didn't. At some point, I'm human. It got to me, but I kept pushing. I never stopped.
Was
So
that
from-
your goal from jump?
So when no, that wasn't my goal. Like when I grew up, this is who I want to become. No, I didn't even know there was anything like bodybuilding. Even back in SHS, I didn't know. It was after SHS that I realized that no, there's another sport. I wanted a different sport from football, running, and all those things. So I started doing my research, and I realized that bodybuilding is a sport out there, not here in Ghana though.
Yeah.
But here it's male dominated.
Exactly.
So I ventured into it. And
Doris, what about you? So if you have energy to pull the track, give me 100 balls of banku, it won't work. It will not work. So, I mean, how did fitness also start for you?
Well, it's amazing. As she started, I was laughing because for me, from primary to SS, I never did anything sports.
Nothing?
No.
Were you skinny as well? Or you were
No,
you were chubby?
I had weight, as you can see now.
Okay.
Like, I was like this throughout, but I never did anything sports, which I'm the type that when it gets to sports, you never see me in class. But I will not even come.
You didn't like it? So how
I
did you
never
end
liked
up?
it.
How did you end up in the gym and all that?
Well, my auntie used to attend the gym. So one day she was like, let's go to the gym for aerobics. I was like, this day I've not done something, but how do you want me to go? So she was like, let's go. I said, okay. I followed her. I did one, twice, and I realized like I was beginning to enjoy everything. So I started going. I had the opportunity to work in the gym too as well. So I took that opportunity. I said, okay, let me try something. So I had one guy at the gym, and he was like, looking at the way you train, you are strong. So let's try something. I was like, okay. I quite remember I met Mary Goffett at a competition at Chimota Mall.
Really?
Yes.
and I won.
What competition? Oh, and she won.
She won, yeah, she
what
won.
competition was that?
I think they wanted
That
to.
was when they started introducing
Yes.
the Ghana Women's Strongest.
Yes.
The-
Oh, I see.
Yes.
The
so what-
first edition.
First edition,
like,
you won?
Yes.
And did you place at all?
Yes. I was third.
You were third.
Yes. Doing that.
Did it break your heart that when you look at the way you have body, and Mary got fit with her
You
tiny
know,
self came to just.
The thing is, I wasn't really doing metals. So when I went there, I got to know that this is how they do it and
Yeah.
stuff. So I came back to the gym and I said, no, I want to work on myself. So I started from there.
Okay.
And then that was it.
People didn't look at you like, who is this woman who wants to carry metals? When everybody's trying to get a slender waist, you know, hips and booty and all that. And you
For
are
me-
busy carrying metal.
For me, I realized that there's nothing I could do to lose weight.
Yeah.
Because I've tried whatever I had to do and it's
Yeah.
still like that. So I just decided to take up the metal and then use my strength for that.
How easy was it for you?
Well, it's not easy. It wasn't easy and it's not easy.
It's still not easy.
It's still not easy.
So you wish you had days you didn't have to go to the gym?
Well, before the competition, I was in school though.
Okay.
I was combining the training and then school, which
Yeah.
I was at Methodist University, final year.
Okay.
So I was really having challenges with training and then school. But my school director has been so supportive. He's always like, go for the competition. You miss a paper, you write it. So go. So I was
that's
like,
nice.
okay. So I had that opportunity. Okay, then let me make my school proud. So I just decided to put in my all.
And you won.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Mary, so how many competitions have you taken part in so far? Can you count?
Yes, my first competition was 2019 Man Ghana.
Man Ghana.
Yes. that's the name of the competition.
Is it for
Yeah.
men or is it for women?
That's the name. So both men and women, but it's the title of Man
You went to
Ghana.
compete with men.
No, with women. I was the only one. I had no contender.
So you won from jump?
Yes.
Well, were they afraid? I'm sure a few of them came
they
and
were
saw
not
you.
afraid. It's just that my category here in Ghana, I'm the only one.
You're the only woman. What category is that?
It's called female figure. We have bikini athletes, we have wellness, and then we have, so the bodybuilding for women, we have different categories.
Okay.
So I do figure. But we have bikini girls, they are here in Ghana.
Oh, we have
but
them here.
My category, I'm the only one.
Female figure, you're the only one. So if there's a need to even have a competition, you are the one who has to go and represent Ghana.
Ghana, yes.
Out
please.
there.
Yes.
And you went to South Africa.
Yes, I went to South Africa 2021, my first international competition. I came second.
Oh, cool.
Then I went back. Yeah.
Out of how many women?
There were a lot, but my group, so with the figure, we go according to height. So my height category, I think we're 4 or 5. Then I went again last year.
Okay.
And I won
And
my
you
category.
won! Has the number of women increased in your category by then?
Yes, they are like people are trying to notice.
Yeah.
So in South Africa, it's big over there, and then other African countries. But here in Ghana, it's bodybuilding for women is not so much.
So when you go for this
compared to-
competition, what do you have to showcase? What do you do?
So we wear bikini. So bodybuilding for women, it's more like a beauty pageant for women with muscles.
Okay.
So we wear heels. We do our makeup, we make our hair, some wear wigs. I love to braid.
Okay.
And then we wear some bangles, earrings, and all we do is just walk on stage, some elegance, displaying your muscles, your gain, how lean, shredded you are. And as you do that, you add some kind of sassiness, sexy flexibility, and all
While
that.
showing muscle.
Yes. So it's trying to give the impression that I have muscles, but I'm still feminine. I'm still woman.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's the whole concept.
It's serious, so. I'm sure you... Have you seen her pictures? No. Oh, you haven't? You wanted to show you something. Are you ready to show us something?
I'll see what my jacket.
Is it possible to get a freestyle from you? We want to understand what this competition is like.
Sure.
Are you comfortable doing that?
Okay.
All right. Okay, at this point, so let's just say that this is Ghana's body, what do you call it? Figure...
Bodybuilding championship.
Championship Day Show Edition 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mary God Fitness. So, will you take off your jacket?
So when we get on stage,
Yeah.
coming in, you have to make an appearance.
Uh-huh.
So on our heels, you walk. As you're walking, you're twisting like that.
In your bikini as well,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Then you get on stage. We have presentations. So as you're presenting yourself, you'll be looking at the judges. We have judges in front.
Okay.
And then you make eye contact with them.
Hello.
So you pause, you do your front pose, you turn, go to your side, you pose. You
Hello.
flex. As you're doing that, you add some kind of,
Sexiness and... Hey! I see.
and you pose. So more like they're called quarter turns.
Okay.
You just keep turning when you're done. Then they compare you with your other competitors.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's what you did last year and you won.
Yes.
Wow, Olo.
So they'll let you hold a pose.
Yeah.
And then they'll be comparing you, who is more leaner, who has more muscle,
Okay.
maturity and all that.
You're very fit.
Thank you.
You're really fit. Hey! Who can do some of this? Which of you? Oh, please, put that skinny hand down. That's really nice. Now, for you as well, in the competition, like you said, your school helped you and all that. But after the competition, how has this impacted your life?
Well, after the competition, I went back to the gym, and it's so amazing. Everybody's like, I want to be like you, especially the ladies in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not too friendly with ladies. So
Why?
I'm more with guys. Like,
Why?
I don't know, but that's me.
Why do we gossip too much? Is that the
No,
reason?
not really that, but because when you come to my gym, I train with the guys. I don't train with ladies.
Hey.
No. Because the ladies, there are some weights I would like to go. She'll be like, this weight is too much, I'll not be able to. So I don't train with them. So the guys, they know if it is 200, they want to lift. I'll try my best. Even if it is 1, I'll go.
What's the heaviest weight you've lifted?
I think last week I just did 200 kg.
Wait. 200 is like what? Is it 3 cement bags, 2 cement bags? Can you explain?
200 is about 4.
4 cement bags at once?
Yes.
And you lifted it?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Why are you taking all the...
It was squats.
You were squatting with it?
Yes.
4 cement bags?
Yes.
Equivalent?
It's like I always want to challenge myself. You know, there are sometimes you go for a competition, you meet a lighter weight.
Yeah.
It's to your advantage. Sometimes you go and a heavy weight. So if I go into heavyweight, what do I do? So I decide that, okay, let me just try the heavyweights. So when I go and I meet heavyweights, I know this is...
You can
like,
meet that.
I'll be able to
So what's
do.
your ultimate goal? Is it the Olympics? What exactly? Where do you want to get to?
Well, for me, I just want to compete outside.
Okay.
If I get any game outside and I think I want to go, I will need help, like, to get competitions outside and then try my best also.
What I've noticed, and you have been to a number of international competitions, what I've noticed is that for a lot of these people, they seem to have some training with proper equipment even before they get there. So they get there, you can tell that they're experienced.
Yes.
That's something that we lack here.
Yes.
And even sometimes at gym, you see the very heavy weights, you see the guys who use blocks and things just so they can get there. What can we do to fix this problem?
So first of all, I noticed that here in Ghana, Nigeria, African countries, though we don't have the modern and well-equipped gyms, we are still making progress. I started in my mother's room using bottles filled with sand and water just to get somewhere, because when I started, I was just doing body weights, 1,000 squats a day, and then I said, no, I wanted...
How many squats?
1,000.
A day? And me, when I do 60, I'm dying.
So sometimes even more than 500 non-stop. Body weights, just 500.
500 squats non-stop?
Yes.
That's how you started? And then right now, you're doing like 100,000.
So now more weight, so no more body weight squats and all that. Yeah, so just for the beginning for me. But now in Ghana, we are having like more equipped gyms. So many gyms are coming on and people are coming down to Ghana to open gyms and all that. But we are still making use of what we have available. And then when we go out there, that's what like these white people, those that are not here, are very inspired by, because how can you be using stones and you're looking this good?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, how can you be eating banku and you're looking this good? So it's the genetics for Africans. We are blessed. We are blessed people.
Indeed.
Yeah. Regardless of what we have, regardless of what we don't have, we are still putting in the work. But more gyms are coming.
We are blessed. And on that note, when we come back, we'll play a game and find out who is the day show's strongest among the 3 of us. I'll be competing. Whatever you do, I'll do. And I'll beat you to it. Please, you have your crown ready. Because I'm wearing it today. Initially I said I'll take part in, but where is going? The banku people can eat, I don't think I can eat it. So we're going to go with push-ups. And we want to know how far you can go. So the first person to give up loses. Are you ready?
Yes.
It seems like you want to get me here.
Why? You don't do push-ups?
No, really.
Oh, but you lift weights. Okay, when we finish, we'll check who can lift this chair.
Even if she loses, she wins. Let's go.
Even if she loses, right?
Yeah.
Or you want to lift something?
If lifting something, fine. But to do push-up?
No, I'm too heavy. I'm too heavy. You must lift this chair then.
Hey. How much?
Hey! How much? Let's stick to the push-ups. So whoever gives up first, well, you won't lose necessarily. You'll be the second. Deal? Then after that, we'll lift 2.
No,
so that is balanced.
It's not a deal.
It's not a deal. You don't do push-ups.
No.
Okay, then let's lift the chair. Deal? Mary, does that work for you?
I can do push-ups.
She can do the push-up.
Okay, do the push-up and
do
you
a
lift the
different
chair.
I thought it was supposed to be a challenge.
It is a challenge, but It looks like someone is not ready for it. So.
No, I know definitely she's going to win.
No, just try it. Just give it a
I'll go
try.
at your pace.
No,
Okay, we'll go at your pace. Don't worry, I'll also continue. I'll take part.
I know her.
So that I'll be last.
I know her.
Oh, I'll take part.
I know her.
What
right?
is it you want me to do? I will push up, whatever. Well, you don't trust me.
This challenge, yeah.
Let's do it. Just for the fun. Just for the fun of it. Deal? Okay, let's go. Ladies, this is your stage. The world is your oyster. Show us what you can do. So let's get in position. Oh, you do it together. Oh. You have to do it together so that we see who gives up first. Let's go. Don't worry. Don't give up before you even start. Eh? Did you hear what Taya said? She had written her speech even before she took part in it. So have the mental fortitude, ladies. Be strong. Arch your back a bit. Okay, let's count down. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey. Okay. Are you counting? Are you counting? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh! Mary is out. Hey, Mary. Hey. Hey. Mary. Easy, easy. Okay, now do you want to lift something? Just to make up for it. Okay, you lift this chair. It's light. Even me, I can lift it. Lift it with one finger. One finger like this. Lift it. Are you going to try?
The chair?
Yeah. Oh, how? Hey. Okay, lift me. Lift me. Am I not like? No. I thought I was heavy. I thought I was heavy. Am I light? I'm like 200 kg.
Really? Can I try and see if you're 200?
Okay, let's go.
Yeah!
Okay, I want to do some. Come here, baby. I didn't start small too, right? Ladies, as I'm lifting you, lift yourself up too. Okay? Help me here. Help me.
Hey, Bella. Hey, but only one leg.
I can't do it. Oh my God. Anyway, what are your final words to everybody who's watching, who's interested in weightlifting? Listen, I started this year promising myself that I'll be in the gym. I went for 1 month. Just this morning, I saw that my instructor asked me, why are we fighting? Because he hasn't seen me since February. I'm sitting here. What would you say to encourage anyone out there?
Well, bodybuilding is a discipline. You need to be disciplined to be able to achieve whatever you want to. Because, as you said, sometimes I feel the same way back. Because me, if I stop the gym maybe a day or two, I might not go again.
I see. So it is a discipline.
Yes.
Be consistent.
So, yes, you always have to go. Even when you are tired, just need to go do something light and you're
That's
okay.
all. Mary, what about you?
Okay, I just wanted to clarify something. She's not a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I am a bodybuilder. So like it's more of a sport, but it's different categories, you understand? So like when people see me, they want me to lift something. Can you lift this? Can you lift that? So it's a whole different something altogether. And then my little advice to anyone who wants to start working out, you should first set a goal.
Okay.
What is your goal? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? If you have set a goal, then you see if you can afford the gym, if you can afford the personal trainer, your meals and all that. So for you, set a goal. Yes.
And make sure you stick to that goal.
Yes.
And when you're giving up, what do you do?
It's okay to give up, but don't quit. You know, you started, you're giving up along the way, but don't quit. So you go to the gym today, tomorrow, you feel like you're not going. The fact that you don't stay there what makes the difference.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't feel like working out, but the next day I pick myself up because I have a goal. So when you have a goal, you think about it, you want to go back.
I see.
You understand?
Well, so have a plan and stay consistent. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us. And how do we get in touch with you? Because you are a personal trainer.
Yeah,
so I'm sure there are people who would want to come to you for help.
Yeah, my Instagram, Mary Got Fit, and then my business only, 05585222755. And then I have a competition in November.
Okay, tell us about it.
In the US.
Okay.
And I am raising funds for it. I have a GoFundMe link in my Instagram. If you go, just help me support. You can either share or donate. Yeah,
Definitely.
It's in Florida.
It's in Florida
Yes.
in November.
Yes.
What competition is this?
So I have done I've gotten my pro card. This
Okay.
one it's called a pro debut. So I'm going to compete with other pros.
Eesh.
Then if I'm able to win, I'll go to the Olympia.
Wow! You are winning and you are going.
Yeah.
You are prophesying. But also, as you are shouting you are winning, then you are donating. Because she needs the money to be able to put herself together and get to the competition. So please support her as much as possible and follow her, Mary Got Fit. You'll be inspired when you see what she can do on social media. What about you, Doris?
Well, my Instagram handle is Kiki_GH. So if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram, Kiki_GH.
Do you have any competition coming up as well? Or you come back for Ghana's Strongest Woman again?
Yes, I need to come and defend my title.
Hey.
So I'll come.
Well, let's see how that goes. But thank you so much, ladies, for inspiring us today to stay fit and, of course, to build our bodies to the level that we think we can manage. And remember to stay consistent and remember to set a plan and a goal and make sure you achieve it. All right. Thank you, ladies, for joining us as well in the studio. And today's an all-female audience as well. You girls are looking stunning. Woo! And shouts to DJ Filter. DJ Filter, let's boogie and go.